Hey guys, KJsGarage.
Today we are working on getting a new sway bar in. We bought the Miata, took it to an autocross event, then realized we didn't have a sway bar. So we had a lot of body roll, and we think it affected our time quite a bit, obviously for weight transfer and stuff like that. So we had a little bit of problems with tires spinning and stuff, or not spinning, but sliding around on the autocross track.
Especially the inside tire.
So yeah, so we're hoping that now that we actually have it's just an OEM sway bar, now that we have it, we'll be in better shape. Alright, so what we're going to do is get this thing jacked up. Probably do it by the rear end, because we don't need the whole car jacked up. And I don't know if you guys can tell from this angle, but we're missing something back here. I don't know if that gives you an idea with that bracket. We don't have a rear sway bar, so we're going to be working on getting that put on today. We have all the parts ordered. We just got to get some hardware from the hardware store. And then I guess one more thing, if you guys were wondering if we ever got it finished, that would be the sway bar link that broke on the front. There is a new bolt in there, so you can see that is now completely flat up against the surface there. Screw's a little bit long, but whatever, it works. Alright, we're gonna get it jacked up now. For this, we custom made a couple of 2x4s. We just took a circular saw and cut a little groove out to fit the pinch weld. So we got a couple of these. So let's see if I can set the camera down so you guys can see the way that I do this normally. Alright, that should work. Alright, so usually what I do is I get these, well, the jack first has to go all the way down. There we go. Miatas are pretty low. So usually what I do is get these two blocks up in the pinch weld here, and then actually slide the jack forward. So there we go. So that way we don't damage the pinch weld, and then it spreads out the surface area for the pressure a little bit. And then gonna make sure the parking brake's on, which it is. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this thing jacked up. Alright, so we got some heavy duty jack stands right here. This does have two points on the body. They're actually made for jacking the car up. Let's see if I can grab this flashlight here. Alright, sorry about that. So there is a little spot you see there. It's as light's kind of washing it out. It's a little bit of a ridge area. There's one on the front and one on the back. So that's where we're going to put the jack. Or, I'm sorry, jack stand. You want to set that right there so it's under there. And then, like I said, we're only jacking up the back, so I'm going to go ahead and lower this down now. Alright, and then I'm going to make sure that this is on there properly, which it is. So that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and lower it the rest of the way down. Alright, now what I'm going to do is grab one of these blocks and put it under the front tire here, because obviously with the parking brake on, it's not going to stop it from rolling forward. So, here, that should be good. And, matter of fact, let me see if I have anything else I can block these tires with, because I don't want this car rolling away, or off a jack stand, rather. Alright. Yeah, this will do for now, to at least hold it in place. So, alright, I'm going to bring the jack around to the other side. Alright, and same thing here. Getting it lowered, jack lowered all the way. And then getting the block on there, getting the jack under, and then go ahead and start jacking it up. Alright, so this thing's going to start tipping a little bit funky because it has that other jack stand on the other side. So I'm just going to be careful, make sure everything's sitting the way it's supposed to. And I believe that other front tire is now sitting on the ground, so I'm going to go take a look at that, make sure it's sitting properly on this block so it won't roll away. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So actually, it's sitting on the block there, so it's not going down all the way. So I want to make sure that that is here. Alright, so now this should lower a little bit further because, oh, it's touching. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's good. Alright, so I'm going to keep going with this now that I know that that other side is safe. I'm going to get it till it's about level from left to right, not so much front to back. Obviously front to back it's not level. Alright. Alright, there we go. So now I got the back totally off the ground. I'm going to go ahead and grab this other jack stand. Get it pretty close where it needs to be. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna let it down slowly again. All right. Make sure this is in the correct spot, which it is. It feels solid under there. It's not going anywhere. And then work my way around to the other side. This one's still in the right spot. Solid, and make sure this is not going to be rolling forward or backward. Alright, so that's good there. Alrighty, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to block that, so we're going to call it good for now. Now, I have plenty of space to work with. So like I said, missing sway bar. Not exactly sure how this runs in here, and then we have the other bracket there. So we might have to take the exhaust off, not exactly sure yet. I'll let you guys know. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get these tires off here. I already got them broke loose. Luckily, I have the park brake on, so I can actually break these loose rather than just spinning when I'm trying to loosen them up. Normally you want to break them loose on the ground. I forgot to do that step, so I'm doing it now. Not a big deal, like I said, as long as you have the parking brake on. And if you are torquing these off with a breaker bar or something like that, you want to make sure that you're not over torquing it, or you know, hitting it too hard, or just moving around too much because you don't want to knock it off the jack stands. It would take a lot of force to do that, but you know, just be careful. Want to make sure you're being safe at all times. It's definitely not worth hurting yourself working on your car. So now that I got this side off, it's going to give us a little bit ease of access for tools. Stuff like that getting in here. So now that this side's off, we're going to go ahead and go around and get the other side off. Alright, so now that we got both tires off, we're going to go ahead and move into our next step, which is going to be looking where the sway bar goes in, what else we need to take off, and just the way it's going to fit, and then find out what kind of hardware we're going to need to get it mounted. So this is our sway bar here. So we're missing the hardware for these bolts that mount to the body on both sides here. We have the bushings and all that kind of stuff in there. So these look like they're in pretty good shape. They don't look like they have any cracks or anything like that, so that's good. So we have to get 4, obviously, for those. And then we don't have the bolts for these mounts that mounts to the control arm, the lower control arm. So we're going to have to get those 2. So we're just going to match up what's on this. So that should be a pretty standard size and something that's going to be strong enough to hold all the stress of this thing. Got this thing kind of mocked up a little bit just to make sure it fits properly. So like I said, these are the studs that were already existing. They're welded from the back side. And then over to the other side, you really can't see back here, but it's kind of the same thing. Factory mount, 2 studs, and then there's a little cutout for the bar to actually go in. So I have these little bushings and the I I guess you could say the clamp to go on here, so I got to put that on. And then we'll do that on the other side and pretty much just tighten everything up. That's about it. Alright, so we just went to our local hardware store and picked up some hardware for this. So these will go for there, which are the same as these ones here. And the other one's going to go here. And then for these already had studs on the body that are welded on, so we just got a couple nuts to match the threads. So that's it for the hardware that we had to get for this. Alright, so we got all the hardware on. It's all tightened up now. I over-tightened that one a little bit and broke off. These bolts are rusty, so not that hard to do. And then this side went good. And then, like I said, these are tightened down. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Pretty simple to get into here. I'd say the hardest part was going to the hardware store and picking up hardware. So now that we got that bolt that broke replaced up there, everything's tightened down. And that's going to be it for this one. While I was editing, I realized that we never did an outro part of the video. So obviously, you guys just saw us take it for a ride on the road, just to see what it felt like. It did feel a lot more planted. I was definitely feeling a lot more confident driving around corners hard. It didn't feel so wishy-washy. So we're really excited to get it on the course for a autocross event, so we can see actually how much it really improved. So we're not on on main roads driving around pushing to its limit, because obviously it's a little bit worrisome. So yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, at least, it'd be awesome if you guys could subscribe if you're interested in this kind of stuff. We have an Instagram page set up. It's at KJsGarage. I'll put the handle on the video when I go to editing. For now, I think that should be it. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying this, leave comments, we're definitely interested in it. We like doing this, so the more you want us. So, the more you guys want to see, you know, we'll definitely get you guys hooked up with it. We're thinking either once a week or twice a week we can do videos. So, me and Kyle, obviously my brother, aka the machinist, we're pretty busy with work. So when it comes to being able to do these videos and stuff, we wish we could do more and more often, but you know, we're down to a limited schedule. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks. Bye.